Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith Fustas here from Keith Plays PS4. Happy Sunday to all my amazing viewers on this amazing channel. Last time on Madden 21 Toronto Huskies franchise, the Toronto Huskies won it big time, prime time in Toronto, Ontario, Canada over the Houston Texans. So offensive yards gained 527, 64 rushing yards for Toronto, 463. And Houston had 195 passing yards, 34 rushing yards, and 229 offensive yards gained. 12 offensive first downs for Toronto. Houston had 8. Punt return yards, we had 98. Kick return, they had 175. We had 155. 780 total yards gained. Houston had 404. Houston had 5 turnovers. I believe 2 of them were returned for touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. So we had two 2-point conversions. So we added 4 points up. And how many penalties did... There were penalty yards, 39 for... It was 39 for Houston, so I believe they had a couple there. Andy Dalton, 157.8, 327 passing yards, 4 touchdowns there. Cam Newton, 149.3, pass rating, 115 yards with 2 touchdowns on the day. Deshaun Watson, 90.0, pass rating, 210 yards and 1 touchdown on the day. Chris Thompson, 7 rushes, 56 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. Deshaun Watson had 2 carries, 31 yards, 0 touchdowns. Rob Gronkowski, 5 receptions, 158 yards, and 3 touchdowns there. Corey Davis, 3 receptions, 133 yards, with 1 touchdown as well. Brandon Cooks actually had the most receptions, but Gronkowski had the most receiving yards from any team. Sanu also had 1 touchdown, 3 receptions, 62 yards. Let's take a look at our defense. We did pretty well on defense, I'd have to say. Eric Harris and CJ Mosley all had at least 1 sack. There was no INTs, but there was fumble recoveries. DeMario Davis had 2. Jamal Adams, JJ Watt, and Cameron Jordan all had 1. And it was DeMario Davis and Watt that got the fumble recoveries for touchdowns. So just keep that in mind. It was both Watt and Davis. So punt return wise, so Joe Hayden had 4 punt returns, 98 yards, and no touchdowns there. Kick returns, this began the football game actually, with Joe Hayden with 3 kickoff returns, 155 yards, and 1 touchdown there. And we'll see you guys in the next. And our next matchup will be the Tennessee Titans. So we have a 3-game. We have a 3-game away. We have three straight away games, and then we'll end up having more home games by the middle of the season. So we'll see you guys in Nashville, Tennessee. So we are in Nashville, Tennessee in this matchup, and Corey Davis comes back to Nissan Stadium, where he spent his previous 3 to 4 seasons with the Tennessee Titans. So this should be a pretty fun matchup to see, actually. We faced him off in the preseason in Toronto, and we won that. I think it was 43-0 as the final score.
Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. It's week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans versus Drew Brees and the Toronto Huskies.
Alright, now the Toronto Huskies, Joe Hayden will be ready to return the kickoff here to begin the football game in the Music City of Nashville. So now he's going to try to break tackles, and he's going to get stopped at the 35 there. And this will be a 1st and 10. We see Drew Brees, a Purdue product. Got drafted back in 01 by the San Diego Chargers. There was no, the Chargers were in San Diego for most of their tenure, and he throws the ball to Corey Davis in Davis's homecoming back to Nashville. So now we're going to use now this will be a 1st and 10 for the Huskies as they throw the ball to Rob Gronkowski, and he's going to get stopped there. And he only lost a yard, so we're still in the red zone, but we are in the red zone, and we need to get it in to the end zone to score points up on the board. Now, Le'Veon Bell only gained 2 yards there for the former Pittsburgh Steelers running back. Now we're going to do a passing play on 3rd and 9. And by the way, AJ Green is coming back in 3 weeks from his injury that he sustained. I believe it was in the preseason. Don't remember what game. And Nelson Aguilar gets a touchdown in this football game as the Huskies will now lead this 7-0 here in Nissan Stadium. Ryan Tannehill, the former Miami Dolphins quarterback, steps onto the field for the first time today for this Tennessee Titans offense. And Derrick Henry runs the ball. And Jonnu Smith is down and hurt for Tennessee, as this will be 2nd and 10. By the way, Henry does not gain nor lose any yards, in case if you're wondering. So now he's going to get sacked. The ball is out. And the Huskies recover. And do they get it into the end zone? They absolutely do. Preston, so we're going to take it to the house there. So we're going to return it all the way to the end zone. As they strip the ball, and then they lose it. I think it was, I'll show you his name. So Preston Smith made that incredible fumble recovery for a touchdown, and now they lead this 14-0. We're going to take a break. All right, now DeMario Davis got an interception there, so now we got Chris Thompson, the former Washington Redskins running back, gets stopped at the 43 there for a gain of 20 yards on his first carry. So he's been doing really good. He's had 100-yard carries, and in the Saints video, when we played the New Orleans Saints in the Superdome, I think Thompson had 115 yards, which I think was the highest in the regular season for him, the most he's ran in this regular season. So now Le'Veon Bell is going to run it. He's going to run it, gets it into the end zone, touchdown, Huskies. First 33-yard touchdown there, and this will be Bell's first touchdown. We'll see you guys in the second quarter. All right, now this is 1st and goal from the 8. We had a fumble recovery, and this will be the second quarter. All right, now I had to sub in my wide receiver there, so this is now going to be a 1st and goal. I'm using Joe Flacco. We haven't really used him a lot in passing, and we've used more Drew Brees and Andy Dalton, so they're going to take the episode off. And then we'll use him and Newton. And then he's going to pass it to Aguilar, and he gets a touchdown. Second receiving touchdown for Nelson Aguilar, as it will now be a 28 or 29. Because if we're going to do a 2-point conversion, it will be 29-0. Here in Nashville, and Le'Veon Bell makes it 2 points, and it's good. All right, now it's 2nd and 6 from the 37 here in Nashville, the Music City. And now he's going to throw it deep to a receiver, and he's going to get it in. Touchdown, Titans. 63-yard touchdown there by Tennessee. And it's now going to be a 29-7 lead. Huskies lead it by 22. All right, now it is kickoff time here in Nashville. And Joe Hayden will be ready to return the kickoff for the Huskies as he breaks tackles along the way and will get stopped at the 26. So this is going to be a 1st and 10 for Toronto. And we're going to use some Le'Veon Bell running plays. So 1st and 10 from the 26, breaks one tackle, gets it in, 1st and 10, 3 rushes, 46 yards, and a touchdown for Toronto. And now this is 1st and 10. 500 offensive rush yards in the season, which is good. Now Chris Thompson's going to get stopped at the 43. All right, now this is 1st and 10 from the 43. I'm going to throw the ball to Rob Gronkowski. He catches it. Will he get it into the end zone? And the answer is no, but it was a good catch, though, by Gronk. Good pass by Flacco, as it will now be 1st and goal. And our primary is Corey Davis, and I'm just going to pass it to Gronk, just because he caught that awesome pass, and he does a front flip, by the way, to get it into the end zone. 3 for 3 passing touchdowns. That's our game day goal, and we are leading this 36-7 here in the state of Tennessee. All right, 3rd and 4 from the 36 there. Cordell Patterson gets a reception, and this will be a 1st and 10. Tennessee is trying to avenge their way to scoring their 2nd touchdown of the game here in Nashville. So they want to take this lead a break. They need Derrick Henry because he's one of the best running backs in this league. He has the speed of Sonic the Hedgehog. He can get it into the end zone throughout the football game, and that's why I like Derrick Henry. I was going to use him as my running backs, but I got Le'Veon Bell and Chris Thompson. So now this will be 1st and 10. He's going to throw the ball to Bobby DeMuth, and this will be 1st and 10 here for Tennessee, as they are 8 yards shy away from getting it in the. They are 8 yards shy from being in the red zone, and they're gonna take a timeout. So from now on, usually I don't have enough time to video like all the statistics at the end of the episode because they're 4-minute quarters. I usually do it in the format like I just did in past episodes. And look at how nice downtown Nashville is. This is so cool. I like LP Field generally. It is a pretty nice stadium though, but this is 1st and 10 from the 11 here in Nashville, and he loses the football. Taylor Lewan recovers for the Titans, and I'm going to take another timeout. Trevor Greensburg, the Penn State product, made the stop there. So this is now going to be 2nd and 19 from the 20-yard line here and he's going to get it into the end zone again, and that will be another touchdown pass from Ryan Tannehill. So now this will be a 36-14, and we'll see you guys at kickoff. All right, now it is kickoff time here in Nashville, and Joe Hayden will be ready to return the kickoff for the Toronto Huskies here. And he's going to try to break a tackle. Oh, he's going to run this out. Nobody's even going to stop him. He may break the record for most kickoff and punt return yards for touchdowns. All right, it's the beginning of the second half here in Nashville as the Toronto Huskies, Robbie Gould kicks it off, and Cordell Patterson, the former Minnesota Vikings kickoff returner, will get stopped at the 33. This will be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line here in Nashville. So this is 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Throws the ball. Tipped the ball out of his hands, and they are going to get stopped at the 48. 169 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT for Tannehill so far, which is good for the Titans as they're trailing by 29 points. They're going to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry And he's going to get stopped at the 42 there. This will lead into 2nd and 4 for the Tennessee Titans as they're on offense trying to avenge their way to scoring their 3rd touchdown. The ball is out. Eric Harris is going to return this all the way to the other side of the field, and he will get the first touchdown of the second half, and we are going to take a break. Trevor Williams made an interception, so this is his 3rd one of the year, and the first one not to be returned for a touchdown. So now this will be a 1st and 10 for the Toronto Huskies as Le'Veon Bell is running the ball, breaking tackles, gets stopped at the 37 there, 4 rushes, 48 yards, and 1 touchdown for the Huskies. And now 2nd and 8 from the 37 here. So I'm going to throw the ball to Sanu. And now will be a 1st and 10 from the 45. As we're ready to play some offense here in Nashville. So we have 3 consecutive road games, and Daquan Jones is down and hurt for Tennessee. Also, by the way, during the break, Derrick Henry was also down and injured. We'll have to show you the injury report after the game. And now this will be 2nd and 6 from the 18 now. So now Flacco, he's going to hand the ball off to Chris Thompson. And Thompson is going to dive on into the end zone. Touchdown Huskies. And they will... First rushing touchdown of the game for Thompson. As we're now going to try to convert... we're going to do a 2-point conversion here for our offense. So... Our primary will now be Le'Veon Bell, so the milestone, 5 out of 10 rushing touchdowns of the season. We're 50% there. We need 5 more to go. Hopefully in the next 2 episodes we'll achieve that, maybe 3, who knows. 2 points, and it's now 58-14. We'll see you guys in the 4th quarter. All right, now it's 58-0, 21-22, 15, 14 for Tennessee in this game. So they're losing by 44, and in these next 4 minutes, I don't think they're going to score 44 points. So he's going to throw it deep. Lost the football. Toronto says they have it, and they do. They're going to try to return this all the way, and they're going to roll it into the end zone. Preston Smith with another turnover for a touchdown there. And this will now be a 64-0 lead, 64-14 as they lose the football here, and it will now be 65-14. We'll see you guys. We're gonna take a break here, and we're gonna take another break here. Preston Smith did get a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Trevor Greensburg got his 3rd sack of the year. And it will now be 72-14. 1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line as Tannehill's trying to look for... And it's a fumble! And C.J. Mosley recovers it, slides it onto the end zone. Touchdown Huskies, and this will now be a 79-14. So we're winning this game by 65. We have a lot of turnovers for touchdowns here, and I'll explain more about that in the statistics in the next episode. Kicks it. It's good. Jamal Adams gets a touchdown. There was a fumble recovery, by the way. So I was not paying attention there that time. As it was a kickoff, he lost the football, and the Huskies return it. And we're going to try to make this 87-14 with a 2-point conversion. So if we make it in, and we do, we're going to lead this by 73 points as we got 3 minutes and 17 seconds left on the clock. All right, now it's 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line as Tannehill is trying to throw. And is it completed? They're going to say no, but this will lead into 2nd and 10 now as the energetic Toronto Huskies are winning this football game. 87-14. Their defense, they know how to get turnovers, they know how to get touchdowns, and they know how to stop on first. They know how to claim the ball on offense. They know how to stop the offense from getting a first down. And now this will be 3rd and 1 to Bobby DeMuth as the football catches it. And they're trying to avenge their way to get another touchdown. And I believe we have the less points allowed in this regular season. So now Tannehill lost the football, and Tennessee recovers with Taylor Lewan. This will be 2nd and 4 now from the 46 here in Nashville. So now they get the ball. He's going to throw it. Gets it to receiver, and it will be a first down. Cordell Patterson with that catch, though. So now he gets sacked. The ball is out. Titans have recovered. 2nd and 20 now for this Tennessee Titans offense. And now they're trying not to get sacked. The ball is out. And nobody recovers, and it's still going to be at the 49, as it will be 3rd and 21 now for the... It'll be 3rd and 21 now for the Tennessee Titans. They don't want to make it 4th down, but they unfortunately throw an INT there. Trevor Williams with 2 interceptions on the day. He has 4 for 5 there, 1 more INT, and it will become a milestone for him. He'll have, and then milestone, 8 interceptions in a year. I feel like Trevor could at least be our defensive Super Bowl MVP. Offensive Super Bowl MVP, I think we could possibly consider Joe Flacco because he won Super Bowl 47 MVP, or possibly Chris Thompson because of how he can run the ball. Joe Hayden mainly on defense because he can do kickoff and punt returns for touchdowns like he did in this episode. He returned it for a kickoff, and it's now Cam Newton who steps on into the field, and the clock is winding down as the Toronto Huskies will be your winners of today's episode. Here in Nashville, we will make one final snap before this football game ends, and the Toronto Huskies are your winners on the road big time. So they win this by the final score of 87-14 here in the Music City of Nashville. So mainly the defense knew how to run the ball, get it into the end zone for touchdowns, and dominate the league's defense. I could see them, and they now go to 5-0 on the year, and we'll show you the injuries and we'll show you statistics in the next episode. So his scheduled return was supposed to be week 7, and now we're going to return AJ Green. So he's back, and let's see the injuries that we have as of right now. Okay, George Fant is out with he's out with a torn labrum injury, so he's out for 3 weeks, and AJ Green, he will make an early return for the Huskies. And now let's take a look at the league. Jabril Peppers, foot fracture, out for 6 weeks. Daniel Jones, dislocated ankle for 7 weeks. Niners have none. Todd Gurley has a broken tailbone for 10 weeks. Calvin Ridley out for 1 week. Brandon Powell for 16 weeks, so he's out for the year. Torn labrum, 4 weeks for Nickel Robbie Coleman. Luke Gifford is out for a torn pec for 32 weeks. And let's take a look at the Titans because that's who we recently faced off. Adam Humphries is out for 1 week. He has an upper arm fracture for the Tennessee Titans. And Jonnu Smith, who you saw got injured with a torn labrum for 5 weeks, and he will be out. And that wraps it up, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more content. Peace out. Have a great Sunday, everybody.